On the channel, the Mega Powers explode with the Macho Man Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, Ringside Collectible exclusive Mega Powers 2-pack.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Elite unboxing and review. And today we've got something special. We've got a heavy hitter pack. We got the Ringside Collectible exclusive Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, Mega Powers 2-pack. But if you're looking for this, only one way to find it, only one place to buy it. That is Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal. And man, oh man, is this a cool pack. This is one of those packs that I can't believe we haven't gotten yet. And it's amazing. This is a big time get, if you ask me, for Ringside Collectibles making this an exclusive. Because you can imagine, if this went out to traditional retail, this would be a big time seller. So that goes to show the Ringside Mattel relationship. They truly are the Mega Powers, I guess, at the end of the day. But of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And the Mega Powers, quite the thing, quite the phenomenon. In 1987, 1988, somewhere in that time frame, if my memory serves me well, like a young Bob Dylan. I wouldn't say I was the biggest Mega Power fan in the world, but I was there for the height of the Mega Powers, and it's really interesting because the beginnings of the Mega Powers is right when I started watching wrestling for the most part. Right after WrestleMania 3, in between WrestleMania 4, sometime in there, but of course my memory really goes back to the Mega Powers time frame, especially that SummerSlam where they tagged against Ted DiBiase and Andre the Giant, I believe it was, wasn't it? Yeah, in 88, I want to say. The Mega Bucks? Wasn't it the Mega Bucks? I don't know. It's all a little hazy in this day and age. But I remember that was my prime time watching wrestling, of just coming into the sport of wrestling and finding out all the characters and things like that. And I definitely liked the Macho Man. Hulk Hogan, I never really got all the hype around the Hulkster, even as a little kid. I mean, I watched all of his matches. I was into the matches. I was all interested to see who he'd be facing, who he'd win, but I would never say he was ever anywhere near my favorite. Macho Man, the ebbs and flows of the Macho Man, and then once Warrior Mania came, oh, it was off to the races. It was off to the races from then. But the Mega Powers, quite something special. Maybe for longtime fans that are a little older than me, it was really big. To me, I was just coming into wrestling, so it was like, oh, guys team up all the time. So maybe it wasn't as big of a deal to fans that were around a little bit longer for me. But it was pretty cool to see two of the top guys together. And then, of course, the big breakup, and I was all in on that one. That was a really cool angle. Still cool after all these years. So a very cool pack, very sentimental pack. Just reminds me of my beginnings of my wrestling fandom is what this pack kind of represents. And, of course, got the old Mega Powers shirt. Haven't worn this shirt in a long time. The Mega Powers haven't rode like this since, like, 2014, I think it was. And that was the best Mega Powers, I think, if I remember correctly. But who knows? Who knows? But let's take a look at the packaging on this one. Just a dynamite set throughout. Of course, special Ringside Collectible exclusive packaging. Got the beautiful window box going there. Of course, the Ringside sticker. Mega Powers, they're ready to explode. Just looking really good. Love the packaging. Love all the extras here. And a lot of stuff to talk about inside on this pack. So I love that as well. Old school WWF logo. Kinda. You got the Elite logo on the other side. Of course, True Effects sticker as well. Just a very cool packaging. And how awesome would it be if Macho Man was still alive? I mean, if Macho Man was still here, that'd be awesome in itself. But how cool would it be? Even me, I would want this autographed by these two. I think that would be a statement piece in any collection. Can you imagine the business the Macho Man would do in these autograph circuits and things like that in this day and age? Just a travesty of his death, of course, much like the Ultimate Warriors. The money those guys could be making and how many fans they'd be making happy just with autographs and things like that. So it's one of those things, what if? But there they are right there, looking like two good old brothers, been having a good time in the back, if you know what I mean. Looking really good. Got WWE logo, Elite logo down there. Mega Powers and the Elite. Very cool packaging on that. Mega Powers on the top. Bunch of jibber jabber like young Mr. T down here. And on the back, we got the big blurb, and you know I'm here for a blurb. No cross-sell, none needed on exclusive Elite WWE logo. Macho and Hogan right there looking good. Let's see what it says. Madness meets the Mania. It's Saturday night's main event, and oh, Saturday night's main event. Great for kids back in the day. Getting to stay up late. It seemed like 10:30 my time was just the latest thing ever. When it's really not crazy late, but boy, as a little kid it was. At Saturday Night's main event on October 3rd, 1987. Oh, fall of 87. What a time to be alive. Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage shook hands for the first time, creating the most powerful force in WWE history. The combination of Hulkamania and Macho Madness formed the unstoppable force of the Mega Powers. Together, these brothers, bound by handshake, conquered Andre the Giant, the $1 Million Man, at SummerSlam. So there you go. So what you gonna do when the madness and the mania run wild on you? Ooh, yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. That's what a blurb's supposed to be about. I'm all in on that. So looking really good, but without further ado, we got to get them out of the package for science. And I did mention in weekly purchases that I did pick up an extra copy of this because I needed one mint on card as well. See you later after the races. Had to have a mint on card version. This is such a powerful 2-pack. Just needed to have 2 of these. We do, very typical with the Ringside Collectible exclusives the last years or so, we do get a little backdrop here. The Mega Powers. It just reminds you of those old promos that, you know, Mean Gene would do, or it would be just them two talking, pumping up a match. You get kind of a little backdrop there. So very cool. Love it that they do this. I wish they would do this in the traditional Elite line. Give us a different one each set. That would be pretty cool. But I do like that. Very good attention to detail. Now we get down to business. We get down to it with the old Mega Powers and the old plastic prison. Absolutely crazy pack here. I'm here for it all day long and twice on Sunday. Yes, twice on Sunday, where this video will drop. So I'm here twice today, I guess we'll call that. But let's free them from the plastic prison, see what's going on, see what all the fuss is about. And oh baby, there's been fuss. There has been fuss on this one. And we pull these guys out of the package. Macho is taped in on the robe. There it is. Pop his hands out. And I'm going to try to keep these hands separate so I don't get them all mixed up. Whoa, throwing around here. There it is. Of course, got Macho's head. Man, very tough getting these guys out of here, but we'll get it. We're gonna get it here. And there it is. And, come on, one more. And there it is. We're clean. We're out of the package. See you later. Goodbye. All right, got a little twist ties going on all over the place. Get those out of here. And I'm going to have to plug these hands out because I was not expecting this. This is very interesting business here. I'm going to pop just one of these in. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. We'll get there. We're going to get there. All right, and come on. Oh, my gosh, very tight. There it is. All right, we're off to the races, and we're going to start with the accessories here, and we're going to start with the shared accessory, and I didn't realize it was a shared accessory till this very moment, but their hands, of course, the famous handshake. Oh, going in. We've all done it, especially if you're of my age. We were on the old playground, We're out there giving each other the handshake. If you haven't done the handshake, what are you waiting for? Find a friend, find a family member, give them the handshake. I'll wait. Go for it. But very cool, very moment in time, very classic, this handshake. I don't know how you can display this set without doing this handshake. I think it's just, don't give us the other hands. We don't need them because it's all about this. This is what I'm going to do, and I got to think the majority of collectors, the people that aren't playing with these, of course, they're going to display the handshake. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, there is no paint or there is no tape on Macho's hand, but that's all right. It doesn't end my world or anything like that. But very cool idea here. I love outside the box thinking, and that's exactly what it is. But never in a million years did I think that they wouldn't be able to be separated. So I found that to be really, really interesting there. So let's start it off with the old Macho Man. Got to go champs first. World champ first, of course. And he does got a little rubber band around his head, keeping his glasses on. I appreciate little things like that. So it does look good. But let's break it down. We do get 2 extra hands with him, or 3, really. We get the gripping hands. And, of course, you got the tape on the hands here. So it's interesting they didn't put the tape on those, but they put the tape on these. Beggars can't be choosers, I guess. I don't know. We do got a Macho Man bandana here in the red and yellow. Of course, the Mega Powers combining the red and yellow. Macho was more of an orange guy, really, during this time, and a couple other colors, but he really bonded in with Hulkster, and they kind of had the same Mega Powers get up as we do see right here. But very nice, and I believe first time line. I don't think we've seen this before. We do get Macho Man, and okay, he does come with the WWE or WWF Classic Wing Eagle title. We've seen this before. Beautiful blue globe on it. Just an iconic title, and I think a lot of times titles come down to what area you grew up in, and I was in the sweet spot of this. So this is always going to be my favorite world title just because just so historic to someone like me. But others, you know, you might like other ones, but there's no doubt in my mind this is one of, if not the most classic title belt of all time. Right up there with the old big gold belt. So always happy to get that in any figure we ever get that for. Really love that right there. Continue on with the Macho Man, and he does have glasses on. He's got these orange glasses. Now, we've seen these glasses before, not in this color, though, so it's a little color difference. And, of course, they plug in behind the hair like the glasses normally do, but nice orange with the black lenses. Very Macho Man glasses, so we're used to that as well. Head, of course, pops off, and I'm going to pop the head off so I can get the robe off. Well, the robe's attached around the arm. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Bear with me once again. A lot of bearing with me in this one. There we go. Pop that head back on. All right, but we do get this beautiful robe. Very defining moments, WrestleMania 3 kind of quality, if I remember correctly. Nice softness to it. I don't see any staining on the figure, which, you know, happens from time to time. That's more of a Jazzwares problem than Mattel at this point, but Mattel still not hands-free on that yet. But you got the big Mega Powers on the side. You got the spot for the arms to go through. You got the big twist tie around the neck. Very, very cool. Very Macho Man, very time period accurate. Really do like this. The yellow and red looks perfect together. Let's try this on Macho Man's head, too. So do whoa, my gosh. This bandana is a little bit big on the Macho Man, but gosh, you know, there was a lot of times it seemed kind of big in promos on Macho Man. It would go over his eyes every once in a while. So maybe that's what they're going after, but it does feel a little bit loose on there, but it definitely displays good. It's definitely the Macho Man. I can't pinpoint it off the top of my head, because you guys know I do these things off the top of my head as far as the reviews, but I believe we've seen this head sculpt from the Macho Man before. I believe we have seen that. So it does look good, though. A really, really nice head sculpt on Macho. Of course, the hair going on, everything else. And then we do get the second version of the Macho Man with his tongue out. So this one, I believe the Target Ultimate Edition we just recently had, I believe that's where this comes from. One thing to note throughout this Macho Man, he's got that beautiful hot dog tan. Oh, that beautiful Hulkster hot dog tan. You know, when the Mega Powers combined, Hulkster said, come with me, brother. We're going to go take some vitamins, and guess what? We're going to go to the tanning bed, and we're going to lay there all day long. And that's what Macho Man did. So you could almost pop the head off of here, and I think people would say, is this Hulk Hogan? Is this Hulk's body? Because it's got that sweet, sweet hot dog tan from the Hulkster here. And then, of course, the red and yellow, the Hulkster trademark. You got the typical knee pads that we get on the Macho Man. You do get the yellow boots with the stars going on, the white underneath, the sleeves under, whatever you call it. Love the attention to detail with the Mega Powers on the back of the trunks. That looks really good. Of course, articulation-wise, we'll walk through it with Macho Man. Going to be the exact same for the Hulkster, so we won't have to do it twice, but the arms do go around. Got a bicep cut. Double jointed pinless elbows, here for that all day long. Hands are removable back and forth. You got the white painted on wrist tape. Of course, you got the waist, you got the ab crunch, head movable, back and forth, side to side, up and down. Of course, head is removable. You do those big old Macho Man splits if you need to. You got the thigh cut. You got the double jointed knees. Yes, we do. Boot cut, and then ankle rockers. You know, now that I think of it, I would have liked to seen the pointer hand for the Macho Man. You know, when you go up top, he'd point to the sky. I would have liked to seen that, but, you know, we've had enough hands over the years. I'm sure we could find one if we really needed to, if I really wanted to. But very, very good looking Macho Man. I really like the hot dog skin tone color here, and I do love him in the yellow. Does look absolutely fabulous. I do love the looks of this one. Does he fit on a Ringside Collectible stand? You know he's going to. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal. And this one is in stock, ready to go. So that Macho Man looking good. Definitely a moment in time. And one of the Macho Mans we've been missing in our Elite collection. It is finally here, so I'm very happy at that. Now we're going to turn our attention to a guy that's had a lot of figures. I think we've had over 10 Hulk Hogan Mattel figures this year. I'm really thinking I'm probably going to do a top 10 2022 Hulk Hogan figures on the channel. I think I have to at this point. But the Hulkster, no stranger to the line. Of course, gets extra hands, get extra gripping hands. Interesting, no fist anywhere in this pack. I don't know what that's all about. We needed at least a couple of fists for these guys. They weren't messing around with that big old stinky giant Andre. We know how that went. But we do get different gripping hands for the Hulkster. Kind of is what it is. Nothing too crazy there. And then you get the Hulkster down to business, and we do got the rubber band around the head as well on him. Now, some interesting stuff with the Hulkster here as we get some reuse. And how can you not have reuse, especially at this point in how many Hulkster figures we have received? But very cool. I do love the head sculpt on this one. This one is, I believe, the Defining Moments head sculpt, but thankfully it's got a little of that hot dog tan instead of that very pale white we saw in the Defining Moment. But it looks really good. I love the bandana, that kind of wild bandana. Actually, you know, I'm not the hugest Hulkamaniac, biggest Hulkamania fan of all time, but I always love this headband he'd have with the strings going down. Always looked really good in the old classic promo days. Looks really, really good. So we got that, and this Hogan head we've seen before as well. But it's good. You know, all day long, this is the the Hulkster. Got the yellow hair against the hot dog color skin. A little bit different tones on the hair. I will notice that on the top compared to the side. So there is that. Not that big a deal, I don't think. The extra head we got with the Hulkster. Oh yeah. How could I forget about this one? We got Sleepy Hulkster. This is the Hulkster after a rough night partying. You know, we've had coked out Hulkster with the crazy eyes. Well, when he's coming down, he finally does sleep eventually. He hops in the old hammock, sits in the sun, gets that beautiful hot dog tan. That's exactly how it goes. But he does have his eyes closed, and a lot of people are, why are the eyes closed? Well, if you go to that classic moment where him and Macho Man, they give him the handshake, he closes his eyes, and we're off to the races as we do with those handshakes like that. People wondering, why is his eyes closed? Well, of course, when they did the classic handshake, they came in, the Hulkster closed his eyes. So very cool moment in time, very cool way to go to the market with this one. I think this is really tongue-in-cheek, and I think it is really, really cool. I'm still on the fence. Do I use this one or not? I'm not exactly sure, but I'll figure it out. But I do really love the attention to detail on that head. Very, very cool. And then you get the Hulkster. Articulation going to be the same as the Macho Man. A lot of the same stuff. We got the hot dog color skin, of course. We do got the yellow boots. We got the red, I was going to say tights, but no, the red knee pads. Different shades than the Macho Man, so making them feel a little bit different. Of course, you get the Mega Powers on the back of the trunks. I do love that attention to detail. But besides that, it's a lot of the Hulksters we've seen before, like the Survivor Series Hulk, of course. The latest one, and was it Elite 96, 98, the one with the fist hat, helmet. That looked really good as well. So we're just adding to that Hulkamania list this year in 2022. We do got the pinless double elbows. I do love that. The big meaty arms on the Hulkster. Hands removal. We talked about that as well. Very cool. Now we do get the Hulk Rules shirt once again. I might say the most classic Hulk Hogan shirt of all time in my book, if I had to list them. It does have the rip-away front. Would like to see one non-rip-away one of these days. Maybe they'll do that for us, but very easy to paint by numbers, put this back out again for sure for the Hulkster. But man, oh man, a very cool one, but I think the Macho Man is the star of this pack for me. Does he fit on a Ringside Collectible stand? Yes, he does. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. But I got to think the Macho Man is the superstar pack between the two. If I had to choose, I like this Hulkster. I love getting the Hulk Rules. I love the head. I love the hot dog tan. But the Macho Man feels so different with the hot dog tan, the yellow and red coloring, the extra heads, the belt. Just a really cool moment in time for the Macho Man. And quite possibly my favorite time of the Macho Man's career. When I go back and think of all the Macho Man stuff, it's either probably this or maybe when he was wrestling DDP in that big feud. I really enjoyed the Macho Man's work the best there. Of course, when he wrestled the Ultimate Warrior was always good as well, but I knew the outcome that was going to be. I knew Warrior would dominate him, and he did. He retired him. I don't know if you guys knew that. Wink, wink. But the Macho Man looking good. He is the star of the pack here for me, but you cannot go wrong with this pack. If you're an old school wrestling fan, you got to have this, and the only place you can get it, like I said, Ringside Collectibles, and make sure you use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. But what do you think about the Mega Powers? Did you pick it up? You pass on it? Let me know in the comments down below. I really do think this is a must-have pack, so jump in, get it while you can. And then while you're also here, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. As you guys know, we got videos every single day and then some, so you don't want to miss one. Hit the old notification bell. Check out the Patreon for early access to videos like this, bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, Q&As, you name it, a lot going on over the Patreon. And best of all, you do support the channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget about social media. Sir Paul64 is where you're going to find me on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for the Mega Powers, I am Kyle. I will see you guys all real soon.